Hello everyone, this is Husker Eurocat welcoming you back to more Madden football here on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Now that we've successfully gone through the 2019 off-season, it's time to start preseason football. We've added some really solid talent to the team via a 15-pick draft. And preseason is going to be very interesting this season. First, we take on the Carolina Panthers as San Francisco is pitted against the defending Super Bowl champs. The Panthers made some good gains in the draft but failed to snag anyone really great to improve the team. The bad news is that the Niners still have to put up with 2018 MVP Cam Newton. Most likely we won't see a lot of him here in preseason, but the defense will have its hands full trying to stop him. Both teams are ready to get this preseason game started, so let's get down to the field as the Panthers and 49ers get set to tangle here on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Marquette King is set to kick this one off for the 49ers, and he kicks it out of bounds. What a way to start the first play of the game. And that gives Carolina absolutely wonderful field position at the 45-yard line. Newton back to pass, throws complete to Curtis Samuel just over the 50-yard line and inside 49er territory. 6-yard gain, and Newton is back to pass again, and it's broken up by Reuben Foster. 3rd and 4 now, and up the middle goes Christian McCaffrey, and he doesn't make it, but Malcolm Smith is offside, and that gives the Panthers a fresh set of downs at the 44, and Cam Newton is sacked. And he's down and injured, so he is being walked off the field, holding his chest. 3rd and 8. It was a short-lived injury because he completed that to Curtis Samuel for a first down at the 30-yard line. Stewart gets nothing. 2nd and 10. Newton back to pass, and he completes it to Samuel again, and he's inside the 20-yard line, down to the 19. Newton out of the shotgun, throws complete to Funches, and he has a touchdown, just barely breaking the plane of the end zone, and the Carolina Panthers get the first score of the evening. And this is our first opportunity to see second-round draft choice Javonte Dean, and he goes up the middle and is tackled just over the 20-yard line. If he doesn't have blocking, that speed doesn't do much. Kyle Juszczyk gets the call on first down and doesn't get anything. So on 2nd down, Garoppolo throws across the middle to McKinnon, and it's incomplete. Let's try this again on 3rd down. Garoppolo throws to Janis, complete over the 30-yard line, and a first down. Now Garoppolo hands off to McKinnon. He has a 5-yard gain up the middle. Now Garoppolo back to pass and backpedaling to the left. Completes it to Juszczyk downfield and inside the 35-yard line. 3rd and 7 now, and in the shotgun, Garoppolo throws complete to Nick O'Leary at the 15-yard line. With only 1:30 left in the first quarter, the give is to McKinnon around the right side, and he gets to the 11-yard line. That sets up a 2nd and 6. O'Leary goes in motion, and McKinnon hits some room, and he's inside the 5-yard line. 1st and goal for the 49ers. And Garoppolo goes back to pass and throws complete in the end zone to Jerick McKinnon. And that ties up this football game. with only 10 seconds left in the first quarter. Newton from the eye, fakes the handoff, and is hit hard by Malcolm Smith. Fumbles the football, but it's recovered by the Panthers. And that brings us to the end of the first quarter with your score, 7-7. The first string offenses of each team scoring on their first possessions. Now 2nd and 17. Brad Kaya now in there, and it's incomplete. Knocked away by third-round draft choice Rashaan Evans. And Kaya is dropped in the backfield, and that brings an end to that drive. 1st and 10 for Thomas now. Scott goes around the right side and doesn't get out of the backfield. 3rd and 10, they're going to give him forward progress to the line of scrimmage. And the pass goes complete to Marquise Goodwin for first down. 2nd and 10 now. Jones up the middle for a 4-yard pickup. And on 3rd down, out of the eye, Thomas back to pass. And he goes over the middle to Butler, and Butler has the first down. And he's fighting for yardage down to the 20. 2nd and 11, and Thomas out of the backfield and gets sacked. Eric Magnuson and draft choice Isaiah Wynn unable to stop that one. And Thomas going for the end zone. Touchdown 49ers. Zach Thomas just floats it in there beautifully to Jeff Janis, and the 49ers get their 2nd score of the evening. So far, Thomas looks right on target with his passes. Coming up on blitz support is 2nd-round draft choice Derwin James, and the ball is out, and Pitta Tamapino is going to score. The 49ers another score. And on the replay, you'll see Niles Lawrence Stample with the strip sack. And the 49ers do not get the extra point. Robbie Gold must be having first game jitters. I don't know. That's Corn Elder bringing it out of the end zone for the Panthers, and he only gets to the 9-yard line. Malcolm Smith making the tackle on the return, and Ray Armstrong makes a strong tackle. Kaya throws long, and it's complete to Curtis Samuel. He's making a statement for the Panthers as well. Catching that over the top of James and Witherspoon. And Greg Olsen makes the catch, and he is going to score for the Panthers. Derwin James almost catching him at the goal line, but not quite. If you look on the replay, Akella Witherspoon tried to make that grab on the interception and just whiffed, allowing Olsen to make it all the way into the end zone. 20-14 is your score, and Dean will bring it out of the end zone again, and he gets gang tackled. Oh, he didn't have very good blocking at all on that one. Thomas out of shotgun, throws long, incomplete to Bryce Butler, and he has it inside the 40-yard line of the Panthers, which brings us to the 2-minute warning. But the 49ers are on the move again, and Thomas with Jones in the backfield throws, and it's intercepted. John Curtis coming up big for the Panthers, and they'll start at the 41-yard line. Brad Kaya throws over the middle to Funches, and he has it at, we'll call it the 48-yard line. So 2nd and 3. Kaya breaks out of the backfield and is sacked. Tamapino getting his first sack in preseason. Now on 3rd and 9. Kaya is back to pass, throws, and it's intercepted by Akella Witherspoon. And he's back inside the 30-yard line. And, sorry, had some technical difficulties there. But look at Akella Witherspoon's interception just jumped high. Man, he climbed the ladder for that one. 1st and 10 for the 49ers, and Jones takes it around the right side inside the 15-yard line for first down. And rookie Justin Reed walks off the field holding his arm for the Panthers. And Goodwin gets the touchdown over the middle from Zach Thomas. And Goodwin is another one fighting for a spot on this roster. And that goes a long way to saying that he can hang on to the football in the middle of the field. So 27-14 is your score. And with 41 seconds left, Elder brings it out of the end zone again and only gets to the 10-yard line this time. 1st and 10. Brooks goes up the middle and gets about a 5-yard gain, and that brings us to the end of the first half with your score 27-14 49ers. We've seen a lot of scoring in this first half, with both first strings not having much of a problem moving the ball and scoring with some ease, but the backups for the 49ers are trying to make a statement. An interception and a fumble return for a touchdown headline their efforts, and even backup quarterback Zach Thomas, despite throwing a pick, has had a pretty good second quarter. Now that the second string proved they can make a difference, will the third string have as much success? Welcome back to Bank of America Stadium, everyone, for the second half of our matchup between the Panthers and the 49ers. The 49ers put on a clinic here in the first half, and we need to see if the Panthers have an answer for this San Francisco attack. For some thoughts from the coaches, let's go to the sideline with Eurocat Baby.
I caught Coach Rivera as he was going to the locker room, and he wasn't really happy with the backup's performance and feels that his team just needs to win in the trenches going forward. He was a little more concerned with what seemed like Brad Kaya's lack of composure, though, and that's what they really need to work on in this second half. Now, Coach Shanahan, although he was very pleased with the performance of his team on both sides of the ball, was a little concerned that they aren't establishing the ground game as they should. He said they need to see if the O-line can open up a few more holes as the game goes on. Just to update the injury issues for the Panthers, Cam Newton just had the wind knocked out of him, as you could see from his speedy return to the game. And rookie free safety Justin Reed had a few bruised ribs and is out for at least the rest of this game.
Fortunately for the Panthers, that sounds like only minor issues, and they should be able to recover nicely from that. More important, I think, is Coach Rivera's ability to rally his troops for the second half. Let's see if it made an impact as we get set for second half action. Jaquan Burnett brings out the third string of the 49ers and sends Ted Scott in motion, drops back to pass, complete to Colin Jeter over the 30-yard line, and he has a 7-yard gain. Burnett hands off to McKinnon, and he's up the middle for a first down. Jeremy Swift for the Panthers is down and injured. We'll have to see if we can find out about that one. Scott takes it to the right side and tries to get around Demetrius Cox, but can't get the job done. So on 3rd and 6, Burnett goes long, and it's complete to Michael Floyd, and he's battling, and he's in the end zone for another 49er touchdown. Here's another player battling for a position on this roster, and you're going to find that most of them from here on out are going to be battling for that roster position, but he makes a wonderful grab, making it all the way to the end zone for a 60-yard touchdown snag. And now it's time for the third string to prove their worth, and the first reception is to Curtis Samuel. Rashard Robinson allowing that catch, and Kaya gives it to McCaffrey, and he is wrapped up in the middle by Christopher Edwards. 2nd and 6 upcoming. And Kaya dumps it over the middle to Shepard, and he is short of the first down. So 3rd and 1. Freeman goes for the first down, and he has about a 10-yard gain and into San Francisco territory. Up the middle again goes Stewart, tackled by Robinson Threezy. 2nd and 5. Kaya back to pass, gets flushed out of the pocket, and he finds Christopher Edwards waiting for him at the line of scrimmage. 3rd and 5, and the give is to Freeman, and he's wrapped up by Niles Lawrence Stample, and that brings an end to their drive. Burnett hands off to Jones. He goes left side and has a 9-yard pickup. 3rd down now, and 2. Scott goes up the middle for a first down. Burnett now with Scott in the backfield. Throws. No, he gets sacked. And that brings us to the end of the 3rd quarter with your score 34-14 49ers. The Panthers just not able to get much going. And on 3rd and 19, Burnett goes back to pass, goes long, and it's complete. Oh my goodness, what a catch by Michael Floyd. Sandwiched between 2 defenders, he comes down with a great catch. And Scott goes around the right side for a 6-yard gain. 3rd and 4 now. Burnett back to pass and completes another one to Floyd at the 25-yard line, and Jaquan Burnett is down and injured. Holding his arm as he walks off the field. We'll have to find out what that injury is all about as well. And that is Javonte Dean getting action on the offensive side of the ball. 3rd and inches, and Scott powers his way inside the 15-yard line for a first down. Thomas back to pass again and throws in the end zone, complete to Nick O'Leary. Burnett played the waiting game in the backfield just beautifully and hit Nick O'Leary in the corner of the end zone. And Robbie Gould misses another extra point. This is not a good start to his season. Now the Panthers again try to get something going, and Freeman gets the call and gets back to the line of scrimmage. 2nd and 10. Kaya back to pass, and it's complete to Shepard, and Rashard Robinson gets another catch made on him. 3rd down, and it's intercepted by Nick Williams. I'm not sure what Brad Kaya thought he saw, but it sure wasn't an open receiver because he had nothing but white jerseys in front of him, and Nick Williams didn't even have to jump for that one. So now the 49ers take over, and Thomas is sacked. 3rd and 11. And back to pass again goes Thomas, and that wasn't the best of choices either. It fell incomplete, but it could have been intercepted very easily. And Robbie Gould kicks one right through the middle. And your score is 43-14. Now the Panthers will try again out of the eye. Kaya back to pass, throws long and complete to Curtis Samuel along the left side. Over the top of Robinson and Threezy, and that brings us to the 2-minute warning with the 49ers up big in this one. Ryan Brooks is sent in motion. Kaya back to pass again, and it's almost intercepted by Ray Armstrong. You have got to grab those here in preseason to make an impression. And Kaya throws complete to Brooks, and he is down and injured as well. An apparent head injury, and we hope that is not serious. So from the 12, Kaya throws to Funches inside the 10-yard line. And now in the hurry-up offense, the Panthers out of the shotgun. 2nd and 6. Kaya throws again to Funches, and he is inside the 5-yard line. 1 yard left to go for the first down. Out of the shotgun again, and Kaya all day to throw. Curtis Samuel drops the gimme touchdown, and Brad Kaya is down and injured. His elbow may be a problem. And Cam Newton comes on, 4th and 1, and the Panthers are going for it. They give it to Freeman, and he is tackled in the backfield by Rashaan Evans. And that brings us to the end of our ball game. 43-14, the 49ers come out of Charlotte with a win. Well, we definitely got to look at some of our younger talent in this preseason game. And of course, that's what preseason is all about anyway, right? The 49er defense just shut down the Panthers in the second half. But I think the Niners still have to address the lack of a running game. I mean, neither team did much in the way of a ground attack, but 60 yards is not what I would call a good ground game. It's a good thing that we saw a great passing attack, or this could have been a lot tighter than it was. As far as quarterback rating, Jaquan Burnett had the best day of the quarterbacks, but I'm not sure that rating is a good indicator. Garoppolo didn't have any issues, but then again, I really didn't expect any problems with his performance. Zach Thomas, although that pick didn't do him any favors, seemed to have a really good day. And that touch pass to Janis was awesome in the end zone. That was just an explosive second quarter. The running game only saw 64 yards on 23 carries, and that needs to change. It could just be my perception, but it seemed like the O-line wasn't really opening up any holes on a consistent basis. I will say this, though, that when I had the two rookies, McGlinchey and Williams, on the left side of the line, it was holding up nicely and opening a few holes in the run game as well. That might spell trouble for the veteran tandem of Staley and Long at those positions, and time will tell through the rest of the preseason how that pans out. In the receiving game, Michael Floyd was making the best of his opportunities. Although he only had 3 receptions, they all looked good and showed a lot of strength with the breakaway ability coming through. What really set the tone for this game was the play of the defense, though. Rookies Derwin James and Rashaan Evans were your tackle leaders, but what seemed to be the most surprising was the play of Christopher Edwards. At first, I thought that his lack of size might inhibit his play as a cornerback, but maybe that speed will make up for it. I don't know. He hasn't really been that impactful in the return game like I was really hoping, and his gains at corner might be what he needs to make a spot on this roster. Rashard Robinson, I hope allowing these catches isn't a foregleam of things to come. You're kind of the heir apparent at quarterback, so I hope you don't get caught in a rut. We may have to take a closer look at Akello Witherspoon, who had a nice interception in this game. I hope as well that Robbie Gould just had first game jitters or something, because missing 2 extra points in a game is unacceptable. Overall, this team was outstanding today. Let's just hope they can keep up this intensity. That may have been our only look at some of the first stringers, because there are a lot of backups as well as rookies to take a look at in the preseason. The next test will be at home against the Detroit Lions. The Lions should test our secondary well with the passing threat of Stafford, Tate, Galladay and Ebron. The running game, well, I'm not so sure about, since they don't have the strongest O-line in the league, so the 49ers may have to concentrate on stopping that. When it comes to the running game of San Francisco, this should be a good test as well, since they have a pretty good defensive line. I'm not sure about the run stopping of the linebackers, however, but they do have a good core of them as well. Once again, we may see a better passing attack against a defensive secondary that's less than stellar. One interesting thing is that starting at strong safety for the Lions is former 49er Eric Reed, so we'll see if he can be exposed by this passing attack. Thank you for tuning in to our preseason coverage of the San Francisco 49er franchise on the Football Freaks Sports Network. Please keep in mind that if you enjoyed this video, leave a like so that others can enjoy it as well. And if you would like to be notified when there is a new one, simply subscribe by clicking on my icon at the end of the video. Thanks again for watching, and until I see you at home in Levi Stadium to face off against the Lions, for Eurocat Baby and the rest of the crew here, this is Husker Eurocat saying so long for now, and have a good day, everyone.